Hi everyone, it's Fadrik and welcome back to another adventure in our kingdom. This week, I want to do something different from last week because last week was packed with news and work on the Team Trees initiative on YouTube, and I spent a couple of days making the Tree game, which did surprisingly well and got a lot of plays and downloads. Thanks a lot for you guys everywhere. And thanks for everyone who donated to the Team Tree, and let's plant some trees! And for this week, I want to learn new stuff and get my head away from making game, and saw an HIO jam link in my email, and I liked it way too much. The idea of the jam is to build something that generates something, and that's it. And that jam name is Pros Jam. Links in the description. The jam have 5 days left to submit, so get on coding. So this was the perfect thing to fill my week, and after the optional theme got announced, which was Heritage, my brain cells fired and I decided to create a program that generates islands and kingdom, and each kingdom will have a color for each flag and that represents its family. And in the spirit of doing something new and different, it's time to start exploring the pixel art world, which I have never played with. So as always, it was time for a meetup with my friends, Mr. Google and Mr. YouTube. After a couple of long articles and an amazing tutorial by Christopher from HBit channel, go check him out, I was ready to mess around and start creating some amazing pixel art. And now I'll showcase and list what I have learned in this short video, but before that, don't forget to subscribe and join our kingdom over in Discord, links in the description. But it's time now for our new adventure into pixel art. So the first thing I have learned is to know your canvas size. Do you want to make the game in 16 by 16 pixel or 32 by 32 pixels? And the bigger you go, the more details you have to put into your artwork. So I went simple and basic for 16 by 16 pixels. For my first try, it's always fun to start small and start dipping my toes into the water. For programs, I chose Photoshop. I have the most experience working with, and I also recommend Sprite and Pixel Edit, two amazing softwares, but I stick here with Photoshop. The second thing, and it's the most important, is to choose the perfect color palette, because the key to a great art, and especially in pixel art, is the colors and how everything is working together. For you who don't know what is a color palette is a set of colors that go very perfectly with each other. No color is so bright or so dark or stand out from the rest. Now, after the canvas size and the color palette, it's time to draw the main drawing with just plain colors, and in my case I wanted to create the game as tiles. So I created the house tiles, the main castle tile, and what kingdom doesn't have walls, so some wall tiles have to be created. The next thing in doing pixel art is details, and a lot of details, and this can be done in two ways as I have discovered. Details have to be done in two steps. The first one is adding outlines to your bland tiles from before, and the second one is add more colors and details to the tile. I started with the first one by adding a new layer called shadow, and the details started to show up. Each tile and the art is looking good and I love it. I can't imagine something this simple is starting to look really nice, with some depths and some shadows in this 16 by 16 pixel canvas. The second part of the details is adding some colors to the tile. The tiles need to be connected somehow, so I added the street and some green bushes to fill up the vast green spaces, and also added some green on the walls and the castle. The final things about the tile is we have to draw the tile from all sides, and this, I have to be honest, was one of the most tiresome things between all the steps, and it has to be done after all. And by that, my map icons is finished and ready to be imported into Unity to start coding the program. But before ending this episode, let's just recap what I have learned in creating the pixel art and what you all can know and learn from my small experiment. It's all about steps and following those steps perfectly. First of all, we need to set up the size of the canvas. The bigger the size, the more details that we have to put into our artwork. Step 2. We need to choose our color palette. It's super important. Step 3. We need to start drawing the basic shapes of the artwork with plain colors. Step 4. Start adding some details to the art, more colors and more small things, but be careful not to make the art messy. Step 5. Add the outlines and shadows to add depth to the artwork. Step 6. And the final one, and this is very optional, if you are building a tile-based game, don't forget to add all the tiles from all the sides. I hope you liked this episode and learned something new with me using pixel art, and I am looking forward to make a fully fledged game using pixel art. And I am really looking forward to that, And another thing I have learned is you can always surprise yourself for what you can do. In the end, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and join our kingdom over on Discord. Links in the description. Thanks for watching, and see you all in the next adventure when we finish this game, upload it and get it ready to be tested. It's not a game more of a program, but something that creates something. So it's perfect for the jam. But now for real, see you all in the next adventure.